with, and then the public stakeholders, project stakeholders, the people who live in these places. And then private sector, there's a lot of different organizations that we work with as well. And then to create these projects, to create the products, there's several also types of people that we work with. One is engineers, and there's all different kinds of engineers depending on the needs of the project. So those engineers can be civil, they can be environmental, they can be transportation related. We just listed a few here. A lot of our projects do have, some sort of infrastructure civil component, and so we work with the same civil engineers that you work with. And for example, in Riverdale, this is a really interesting project that had a lot of brownfield. So there was some environmental issues that on many of the redevelopment sites that we identified, and so we work with an environmental consultant on those to identify how to remediate those sites. Consultants, depending on where our office is, who has a relationship with the client, we may team with another consultant. That could be another architecture firm, a planning firm. It could be, other economic development people who have a specialization outside of math. And then you guys, ratio team. So the best thing about us is we play nice. So you can see, this is a huge number of projects. I wanted to go back and verify these numbers. It's probably more, I'll put it that way, for how much cross-disciplinary collaboration we have with these other teams. So you can see there's already a big precedent for it. This is why, we as a firm have really great projects because, we work together really well, we support each other and add a level of internal knowledge to projects that a lot of other firms don't have an opportunity to take advantage of. So we're going to talk a little bit about the design process, how we create meaningful places. Yes. So this is a diagram that we created just to give you an idea of sort of a very general design process. It is sort of linear and iterative. We generally don't go backwards in our design process. Sometimes it does circle a little bit because while we're talking to the public, issues might come up that we need to revisit. But the idea is to start with, asking the right questions, getting the right team together, asking the right questions about a project to the client. And then we use that to see what's going on in the community. We're down on the ground. We're actually, driving around, looking at these streets, looking at the buildings. And then we sort of put it together. So during phase 3, the experience, we start putting all of these different layers together into an actual plan. And generally, phase 3 is when we start coming up with concept alternatives. So these are key recommendations